Hi, my name is Coach B, the CEO, co-creator of Extraordinary Outcomes. I'm an ordinary person with extraordinary aspirations who believes in living life for real. Welcome. I was just putting the link in for those of you that might want to come up, but I'll do it a little bit later. But welcome. Welcome to Solution Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Coach B, the CEO, co-creator of Extraordinary Outcomes. Today's topic, why people, why positive people win at life. Self-discipline. Let me repeat the topic again. Why positive people win at life. Self-discipline. That is today's topic. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, leave a comment. And let me see if I could put the invite in right now, the link for the invite in. Okay, let me see if I could put it now. Did it go? Okay, so I'm having some difficulty with doing that right now. Let me see. The invite. Okay, there's the invite. Copy. And then you should be able to do that. And here we go. Did it go? Yes, it went. Yay! It went. It went. So if you want to follow me on YouTube, it's Coach B, the CEO. And if you want to join me on YouTube live, you can hit the link in YouTube and you can come up and actually have a real time coaching conversation with me. But back to today's topic, why positive people win at life. Why positive people win at life. Let me just talk about, I had a friend, and when I said had, meaning that she's no longer with us in terms of her earthly body, but she's definitely here with me in spirit. And she was a real positive person. She was a real positive person. And I can remember thinking, can anybody be that positive, that optimistic all the time? Is that even possible to just have positivity all the time? And what I realized is that positive people practice having a positive outlook, and that requires discipline. Positive people practice having a positive outlook, and that requires self discipline. When I think about what I thought, and I know I'm not alone, that many other people think the same way, that positive people are phony. They don't deal with reality. Because how could you be positive when there's so many situations or circumstances going on in life? I'm pretty sure we've had some circumstances and obstacles come up in your way. How could you be so positive about it? So there's a thinking, a myth, a school of thought that positive people don't deal with reality. That positive people really don't deal with reality that well. That they're kind of make believing, if that's a way of saying it. Like they're make believing that everything is okay. In other words, they're phony. They're putting on airs. How could that even be possible? That you're positive all the time. Then the other myth is they're always happy. And so the key word there is always. They're always happy. And in my mind, how could you always be happy? Again, many of us think this way, so I'm putting myself in it. How can somebody always be happy? The operative word, always. Another myth. And then here's one more. They ignore negative emotions or circumstances like, that's not real, that's not really happening. No, you lost your job. What do you mean? You're getting a divorce. What do you mean? That's not really happening. So here's the school of thought. Why do positive people win at life? It's such, you can make it as a statement, positive people win at life. Self discipline. Or you can ask it as a question. Why do positive people win at life? And if we ask it in that way and we get out of our own way, right? Our own negative thinking, what we begin to realize is that there are certain characteristics that people who are positive carry. So some of the characteristics are they're optimistic. They're not really thinking about the problem as much as they're thinking about the solution. They're thinking about a way to resolve whatever the issue is. So they're taking their energy, they're transferring it from the negative to the positive, and they're being optimistic. If there is a problem, there must be a solution. Let me find out what the problem is. Why waste my time worrying, getting frustrated and upset when I could take that same energy and guess what? Use less energy and find a solution to the problem. Positive people tend to be more resilient. Why? Because they're looking for a solution. They're not focusing on, well, I got a problem, I can't solve it. This is the obstacle, this is the barrier. What they're doing is looking at the obstacle and they're looking at the barrier. Thank you, Jason, for liking my video. I really appreciate it. What they're doing is looking at the obstacle and the barrier. They're looking at the obstacle and the barrier, and they're looking at ways to what? Remove the obstacle and the barrier. So the obstacle and the barrier is not standing in their way as a permanent object. They're looking at it as, well, you know what? This is just temporary. There has to be a solution to this. There has to be a way to overcome the obstacle and the barrier. And they're grateful. They have a grateful spirit, a spirit of gratitude. They're grateful. What do you mean? They look at situations as they get an opportunity to do something different. They get an opportunity to do something different. Oh, I lost my job. Well, you know what? I lost my job. Let me get my affairs in order and then strategize how to get another job. It's not the end of the world. And it's not. And that's being realistic, right? You lose your job, it's not the end of the world. Let me strategize. Let me take some time down and take care of myself. Let me take some downtime, take care of myself, and then strategize on what I need to do next. They have enthusiasm. Oh, it's nothing like having enthusiasm. I worked with this young man for a little while, a couple of years ago, and every time I would call him, I would say, "How you doing today?" And he would say, "Phenomenal." And in my mind, I'm thinking, why does he answer the phone that way? How you doing today? Phenomenal. How you doing today? Phenomenal. It didn't matter what day what hour we had a conversation. It could have been 4 o'clock in the afternoon. How's your day? Phenomenal. It could have been 5 o'clock in the morning. How's your day? Phenomenal. He had enthusiasm, right? There's something about starting your day with enthusiasm, having a positive outlook on your day, irrespective of how the day will go. Starting your day with enthusiasm, with that energy. How you doing? Phenomenal. Awesome. Ready. Yes. Having enthusiasm. And people with positive outlooks tend to have more productivity. Why? Because they're not wallowing in negativity. They're not wallowing in the negativity. So if I'm just focusing on the problem, I'm not getting to the solution. So therefore, the problem is still there. There's no solution. However, problem, I start thinking about a solution. I start strategizing how I'm going to resolve the problem. I'm moving forward. I'm moving through it. I'm moving forward and I'm moving through it. Guess what? Now the problem doesn't have the same weight as it had when it initiated. It doesn't have the same weight. Oh, I got a problem. Wow, let me turn that around and let me see what the opportunity is here. What's the solution here? Let me see how we can turn this around and resolve it. Get a solution. Now that's off the plate. Now I can take my energy and focus on something else. How they win? How do positive people win? They improve their mental health. They improve their mental health. There's nothing like worrying, and worrying creates stress. Stress and worrying can lead to high blood pressure. Stress and worrying can lead to poor eating habits. Stress and worrying can lead to insomnia. Stress and worrying can lead to you being temperamental, having a bad attitude, being irritable. So when people have a positive outlook on life and they're being positive in their character, they're being positive in the way that they show up in life, they have improved mental health because they're not so stressed out. Have you ever been around someone and you go, you know what? This person is so negative, so much drama going on with them. Like they're sucking the life out of you because they don't have a positive outlook. They don't have positive energy. So what happens is when they don't have that, it begins to drain them and it can drain you too. Guess what else having positive energy does? It increases your level of motivation. It increases your level of motivation. If I feel good, I feel like I can conquer the world. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I can do this. I got this. I feel motivated. I'm not down in the slump. I'm not, oh man, I don't know if this is going to work. I can't do this. This sucks. Whatever the thing is. So people who are positive tend to have increased motivation. And the motivation goes with the enthusiasm. They're looking forward to being and living their life. And another one. Why they win? Another point. Improve problem solving skills. I talked about that earlier. Improves problem solving skill. See, people who look at life from a negative perspective, they're only looking at the problem. They're draining their energy, they're draining your energy, and it's just draining. People who have positive energy and they're upbeat, they have a positive outlook, and they're not focusing so much on the problem. They're trying to get to the solution. They increase their problem solving skills. Why? Because they're looking for them. They're not waiting for somebody or something to solve their problem. They're getting up and they're going after it. I got a problem. There is a solution. What do I need to do? How do I need to be? Let me get this thing resolved. And they're happy doing it. Let me just say that one more time. They're happy doing it. They're happy doing it. This is why people who are positive win at life, because they practice having a positive outlook, and the practice takes self-discipline. So let me get into the scientific part of it. We are built in survival, fight, flight, freeze, but we're not in the jungle anymore. We don't have bears and tigers and lions chasing after us, where we got to have our head on a or what do they call it, on a swizzle all the time. Like, we ain't got to be left, right, left, right, left, right all day long. We're not in a state of survival of the fittest. So we can afford now to kind of sit back, not sit back and relax, but kind of sit back and take our time and look for solutions, because our head is not on a swivel. We're not doing survival of the fittest. We actually have time to acclimate to our environment, be positive, and win at life. But it takes self-discipline, because we have to get away from the survival of the fittest mentality to a mentality of positivity and creation, and looking for ways to win. What's the solution here? What's the solution here? I hope that this has been beneficial to you. I hope you got something out of it. Thank you for being a part of Solution Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with me, Coach B, the CEO, co-creator of Extraordinary Outcomes. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, leave a comment, and I'll see you next Saturday.